Good day guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing good. So in this video, as you guys have seen the thumbnail, that I want to be showing you a few tips on how to become a profitable trader, right? So it's gonna show about just see how many points, 1 2 3 4 5. So these are gonna be like 5 points that I want to be like mentioning. So the first one, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment below. Let us know what you think. If you have something to add, you can just like comment below and let us know. So the first one is you need to get yourself a mentor, right? So if you want to be a self-taught, then it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just know that you need to stay consistent on what you are learning, and so be able to adjust and change things that are not working, right? If you want to be like learning on your own, if you don't want to pay for a mentor, right? So if you want to pay for a mentor, for example, like YVNT Academy, we have two courses. If you already know forex, we have an advanced course, which is about 12 months. And then for beginners who know nothing about forex but they would like to learn, we also have the beginner to advanced course, right? So you just check our website, it's gonna be below, and then you can just go through our website and see if we meet your requirements, right? So that's gonna be point number one. Get yourself a mentor. If you're gonna be getting yourself a mentor, make sure that you are able to change things and that are not working, and then be able to do some research to find things that are gonna be working for you, right? There's a lot of content that we share on our YouTube channel, so you can just go through that, check our strategies that we share. We're going to be adding more, you know. So yeah, if you have questions, you can just comment or even join our public group, because sometimes we do send out some tips on our public group. The links on the in the description box. So that's tip number one: get yourself a mentor. Let me just make some notes here also that you can be able to get a mentor, right? So e.g. YVNT Academy. No, that's number one, right? I know a lot of people are going to be saying that you don't need to get yourself a mentor, but it's up to you, depending on if you are like you are able to learn on your own and be able to do your own research, put things together, and then you will be able to become a self-taught, right? So number two, make sure that you stick to 3 pairs, right? Choose 3 pairs. Number three, make sure that you stick to 3 pairs. Let me just quickly, but it's fine. Make sure that you stick to 3 pairs, right? For example, the only pairs that I trade, it's US 30, German 30, and NASDAQ, right? I have mastered these pairs. I know by now where each pair is at, right? So whenever I come to the market, I don't have to spend time analyzing. I just look at where price is at, and then look at the levels that I'm going to be buying at or selling at, right? So when you have 3 pairs, this minimize a lot of time for you, from you analyzing everything and getting the right pair, the right setup. Because what will happen is that you will get, let's say if you're analyzing 10 pairs, right? And then you see that out of those 10, some of them are correlating, and then there's about 5 setups at the same time, right? And then if you're gonna be risking 1% of your account, and then you jump on all of those um pairs in one day, right? And then on each trade, you're going to be risking 1%. And then after that, the other 5 pairs, they also like, go to the zones or to the places where, or breakout or retest, to the places where you're going to be buying or selling, right? You are going to be tempted to take the trades because those are the pairs, those are the setups that you were also waiting for, right? So whatever setups is going to be coming available, you're going to be taking it, and then that's going to lead you to over trading. Right? I'm not saying that it's bad to analyze a lot of pairs, but you will have to be disciplined so that you know that, okay, if I take these 3 trades and then I hit my daily loss, so that means I need to stop. But now if you have 10 pairs, you hit your daily loss on the first 3, and then you still have like 7 more. Is it 7? Yeah. You still have 7 more to go. What will happen? You will jump into to those trades, and also you will also want to what is it? Remake the money that you lost, right? So it's more like it's gonna lead you to over trading. It's gonna lead you to revenge trading, and it's gonna lead you to it might lead you into a lot of losses without even noticing it, right? So, and the other thing is that it's gonna lead you to FOMO, right? Because if you are trading two pairs that are correlating and the one moves, and then when you go to the other one, it hasn't moved, you will jump in because now the one that you were expecting not to move faster has moved, and then you go to jump to the other one. And then correlating pairs are not 100% moving at the same time, right? So I've experienced that. So that's something that you will might need to minimize, and that also will help you to master your skill and strategy, right? Because now you're gonna be able to know, okay, cool, these pairs moves certain amount of pips in a day, and then these pairs respect these patterns. These pairs in a training market, or it's normally in a range, or like you're gonna be able to find out, you're gonna be able to minimize a lot of things, and then be able to understand those three pairs. You can even go down to two pairs, but then as you start, at least choose three pairs, right? And then as time goes, choose two, and then as time goes, you will end up with one. And then you will notice that you don't have to trade every day, and then when you catch a trade on that pair, you're able to make a lot of money, right? You're able to make a lot of money from it, right? For example, I'm going to show an example on US30. So US30, we did send out a market focus when the market was around this level, right? Saying that now we are ready to push to the upside. We send this to the public group, and then also like upload it on YouTube. If you can look at this pair now, this in is it's being like moving to the upside like for almost 3 or 4 weeks now, right? So if you were to trade only US30, and then you got your buys here, and you know that when you catch a trend on US30, it's gonna move, right? So you're just gonna keep moving your stop loss, or keep on being taken out. Sorry, keep on closing your trades, and then just look for other opportunities like on another day, because now you know where your set is going, and then that's gonna help you with getting confident in taking trades. Whereas if you have too many pairs, and then that one is starting a new trend, and then this one might like giving you a pullback, and then you assume it's a trend, and then you just jump on it, and then it takes you out, you go back to the other one, it has left you, and then you go back to this one. Now you want this one, like, you're going to be looking for that same trend that you saw on the other one on this new pair, which it happens, right? So just make sure that you choose few pairs, and then you stick to those three pairs until you find the one that matches your time of trading, because it's also going to help you by getting the right time on when to trade, when not to trade, right? By understanding the same pair, by just understanding one pair, right? So you want to get enough time, and then you want to spend less time on the charts, because the more you spend time on the charts, the more you make things up, right? The more you make things up, unless you're starting to learn. So when you learn, you have to spend more time understanding where the chart is going. But then as time goes, when you have like mastered everything, you don't have to be on the charts all the time, right? You just need to be there when you need to take your trades, right? So that's gonna be tip number 2. So now let's go to tip number 3. So tip number 3, let me first edit this. Sorry. So tip number 3 will be stick to one risk ratio. Right. I know that you might say, for example, here, Anomalies used to stick to a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, right? But then as time goes, I noticed that, okay, with your state, I can even go like for a home run until a certain level, or 1 to 5, is like a 1 to 6, right? But we didn't hold until that much. So now let's get back to what I was explaining. So stick to one ratio. So this is going to be the stop. So just do this. Let's just do that. Just gonna change. Let's make it 400. And yeah, let's make it 200. Yeah. So when you stick to one risk ratio, it's helping you to see progress, right? How? For example, when you risk 1%, let me just get my marker. When you risk 1% on each trade, trading only 3 pairs or 1 pair, right? Or 2 pairs. Now we're minimizing everything. Trading only 1 or 2 pair. Let's say you're only trading USD, right? For example, on my case, I only trade USD either 2 times a day or once a day, right? So if I took a trade in the morning, it's either going to be taken out or I'm going to hit TP or break even. I don't know, right? So what I will do is I would say, cool, I would rather risk 2% of my account every day, meaning that if I see an opportunity in the morning, that means I will risk 1%, right? And then if you say another opportunity in the afternoon, I will risk, another 1%, right? So now this leaves me with 2 trades, right? This will leave me with 2 trades. And then if I'm taken out, then I'm done for the day, right? And I'm done for the day. This will also help you see progress in your profits, because now if today you are down by 2%, tomorrow, if you see another 2 opportunities, you can make that 2% with 1 trade, right? It's easy to replace the loss that you made, right? So those are the other benefits of trading 1 pair or 2 pairs or 3 pairs, because it's easy to make back the money that you have lost with 1 trade, right? Whereas if you're trading a lot of pairs, then it becomes an issue, because now you might lose 5 trades in one time, and then now 1 trade, and then you will need 1 trade to like you will want to stick to 1 trade to replace all those 5 trades, right? Which now is going to be you're going to be becoming risky. So using a 1 to 2 and trading 1 pair is better than trading 5 pairs or 10 pairs and then like risking 1% on each of the trades, right? Because now if you lose all of those 5 trades, you will have to take 1 trade. If you lose all of those 5 trades, 1 trade might not have might not replace all of those losses, right? Unless you hold overnight, stuff like that. And depending on the setup, if it's going to go your way, right? So that's something that also is gonna hold you back, especially if you're starting, because now there's only one thing that happens that you start is because you don't hold all your trades until they go hit TP, right? The moment you see a blue, you close. The moment you see a blue, then you close. The moment you see a blue, then you close, right? So is that to minimize that and to prevent that from happening, what you can do is stick to 3 or 2 pairs or 1 pair, and then stick to one risk ratio that you know that, okay, cool, if you take a loss now, and then for example, if you're trading US30 and then you take a loss in the morning, you take a loss in the afternoon, tomorrow it's either you're gonna let's say if and then tomorrow you take a win in the morning, that win can easily replace the other 2% that you lost, right? So it's going to be easy to manage your account, right? So please make sure that you stick to one risk ratio, and then as time goes, as you start seeing progress, then you can start to scaling up, and then maybe go to a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, depending on which one you choose. You can even start with a 1 to 3, depending on how you trade, and then from there you can just scaling up as you're seeing progress. And then the fourth one is going to be journaling, right? You need to make sure that you journal your trades. Each and every trade that you take, you need to make sure that you write it down so that it's going to be easy for you to know your mistakes, right? Because if you don't journal, it's not going to be easy to make a mistake. Everything that happened on the previous trade is going to be on your mind, and then when you go to the next trade, it's going to be another setup, which is going to be another mindset, right? And then when you go to the following day, taking another trades, whatever happens the previous day, you might remember them. But then if you have everything journaled down, the risk reward, the kind of setup that you took, the reason behind the setup, and all of those things, at least when you take losses, you can go back and see your mistakes and how you take those losses. Because it's easy to forget how you take losses, especially if you're going to be taking wins after those losses. And then when those losses hit you again, it's not going to be easy to remember what happened on the previous losses. So just make sure that you journal, and then so that you can be able to like go back and check what's wrong and be able to know what to change and what not to change, when things are not working out. And then when you journal, when you choose three, let's say if you choose 3 pairs and then you start journaling and then you stick to one ratio, you're gonna know which pair is giving you more profits than the other one. And then you just delete the one that is not giving you profits. Right. So that's another tip, which is number 4. And then the last tip will be just make sure that you follow the trend. Keep it simple, follow the trend, right? Just make sure that you follow the trend and keep it simple, right? If you're doing this way, you're gonna 80% of the time you're gonna get the right trades, right? As long as your strategy allows you to follow a trend. If it doesn't allow you to follow a trend, and then you're going against the trend, you're only going the most of the time you're gonna getting short trades until the market changes direction. Then you're gonna get that big trade, right? So make sure that you follow a trend, and then if you can just do all of these 5 steps, and then you will start seeing progress in your trading, right? So if you have any questions, you can just drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. I will share the link to the academy below. I'll also share the link to our public group below. You can also follow us on our social media platforms, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.